Have you ever wanted to make your friends cry? Have you ever wanted them to scream in pain as you're constantly destroying their commander every time it comes out? I don't speak from experience, I promise you that. Well, if that's the case, then mono black is the color for you. That's right, let's talk about mono black, the good, the bad, and the broken. Cue the cutscene. All right, folks, let's get right down to the business. Now, mono black has a lot of good things about it, but I'm going to talk about 3 main points and talk about why you should build it because of these 3 good things. Now, the first thing I'm going to say as the good for mono black will be the card draw consistency that tutors all the card advantage you can get. Guys, there's so many damn answers to getting good card advantage and good card draw in mono black. It makes it a very consistent color and it works very well. Now, if you were to play it just by itself, I think personally mono black could be very, very strong, really underrated if you just go in thinking that it's not going to do anything. It will ramp, it will do everything you need it to do, and it will do a lot of things that the other colors do, usually with just a little bit of a sacrifice, but we'll get to that later. I paid 4 and cast Solemn Simulacrum.
Hey man, good to see you.
Oh, before they do that, I gotta draw a card. I forgot to draw a card for you. Let me do that real quick.
Where is everybody anyway? Where's all the other creatures?
Dolly, dude, don't worry about it.
You're not gonna sacrifice me, are you?
No, I wouldn't get rid of you, dude. You're great. You're a tutu. You do a lot of things. You're classic, dude. I can't get rid of you.
I appreciate you so much.
I mean, except for the one instance where I could draw 3 cards. I would have cast Corrupted Conviction for 1 mana. Nope, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you gotta go. Now, the second thing Mono Black is really good at is gotta be the Graveyard Dominance, guys. The Graveyard Dominance for Mono Black has, well, it's just the Graveyard Recursion color. I mean, yes, green has good Graveyard Recursion. Blue sometimes does for, like, instants and sorceries, but black has probably the best. And it works flawlessly. I mean, think of a card like Living Death, right? It has just mass recursion. I mean, things like that can help you win. Sir Counter pairs really well with any of the Graveyard Shenanigan decks because he just pings everybody, and that's also just a really good win con. So mono black does it well, and I think it does it the best for graveyard stuff. It also just makes people want to build a mono black zombie deck. It seems so simple, but yet at the same time it seems like a lot of fun. The third best thing I think mono black does is efficient removal. Yes, that's right, efficiency when it comes to removal. What I mean by that is that it gets rid of your creature problems. Yeah, all the big things that you like to do in Magic, aka play your commander, play your creature, play a giant stompy dinosaur that just absolutely wrecks everybody, and you can't have an answer to it because you don't have a 12/12. Well, you know what? We got something for you. It's called murder, baby. That's right, murder, motherfucker. Pay 3 and cast murder. Murder? There's no creatures out. What are you gonna do with that? On you. Oh, bro, what'd you just do to him? Dude, what are you doing? I'll pay 2 and cast Go for the Throat. Go for the throat? Oh no. So the murder spells are really good in black. I mean, there's so many like removal options. It does the job. Straight up, it does the job. It does it really efficient. It lacks in a few other ones, but we'll get to that later. I just think that the destruction of getting rid of creatures is really efficient in black, and I think it does it the best out of all the colors. So now let's get on to the bad. You got to understand that there's some bad things when building a mono black deck. You should realize that if you're going to build one, there's a lot of problems that you might need to run into that you need to just know ahead of time and know how to tackle it properly with your deck, as well as build around it if you're interested in doing that kind of stuff. For the first bad thing I'm going to say, it's got to be the resources. And what I mean by that, I don't mean your mana. No, mana's fine. It's to get resources in mono black, to get advantage with your resources, to draw a bunch of cards, to put things into play. You have to usually pay something that requires a bit of a sacrifice. Now, what I mean a sacrifice, I mean like sacrificing permanents, so your creatures, artifacts, enchantments, your tokens. You sacrifice things to get a cool effect, and it works really well, and that plays really well with black because it has recursion. But you should know, and a lot of newer players might even see, is that a lot of newer players might see this as something they want to stay away from, but I don't think you should stay away from it because of this. I think this is still, you know, a really cool thing about black, but a lot of people might see it as, you know, like, why would I get rid of my creatures? You know, a lot of newer players might see no value in that, but you just got to kind of show them about, hey, well, black is really good at recurring things. You know, yes, you make sacrifices, but in the end, you kind of come out on top by doing said sacrifices. I mean, you pay life to cast spells. Think of Toxic Deluge, right? You can wipe the whole board and it gets really powerful because you can get rid of indestructible creatures with it, but you got to pay a lot of life to get that effect going, right? I mean, if there's like a fucking 20/20, you got to pay 20 life. That's a lot to do, but you get rid of the biggest threat in the board. So there's payoffs for it for sure, but sacrifices have to be made in black, and you should know that going into it. So the second thing that's bad about mono black has got to be the artifact and enchantment removal. Guys, it's straight dog water. I'm not gonna lie. You got Feed the Swarm and that other one that came out in Dustborn. Really good at removing enchantments, but there's nothing for artifacts. You're cooked. There might be like one out there, but it's got to be so niche. It's got to be like really rare. Nobody's using artifact or enchantment removal in black because it really just doesn't exist. It's not the greatest when it comes to that. I mean, you have a lot of creature removal, but when it comes to taking care of those other, you know, enchantment, you know, the shrine player, dude, the shrine player sees you walking with a mono black deck, he's gonna be foaming at the mouth. He knows he's getting away with everything. He's gonna just mess you up, so you gotta watch out for those guys, especially in mono black.
What a peaceful day in Magic. I'm glad there's no tribes here to ruin my day. Hey, what is that over there? We're so fucked.
It becomes tough to deal with because a lot of enchantments and artifacts get pretty strong in the game, and recently they haven't skimped on printing strong artifacts. I mean, that shit's gotten wild. I mean, there's some crazy artifacts out there. Third bad thing I would say about mono black has gotta be its reputation / the predictability. What I mean by that is that mono black has its own cards, it has its own flaws, it has its own pros and cons, it has everything good. Problem is, a lot of the good cards in mono black are highly played, and they always will be. And on top of that, the removal and the mill, everything that just makes everybody miserable at the table, is a constant reoccurring theme in most mono black decks. I tried building a Golem Scheming Guy deck, or I think it's Smeagol Scheming Guy, whatever the hell it is, the fucking guy from Lord of the Rings. I built a deck building with that. I was like, you know, I'm gonna make a mini game deck. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be really cool. And I built it, and it is very fun. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to put you off from it. It is a very fun deck, and it works really well, and I highly encourage you guys to actually build this one. But it did the mini games, but it was doing it in the mono black fashion. So it's like, hey, do you want to sacrifice half your creatures or lose half your life? It's like those types of shit. It's like, all right, well, what do we do here? What are we doing? You know, mono black just kind of has that assumed capability that it's always gonna do the thing, and it will do the thing very well. Just walk in knowing that when you build your mono black deck, even if you don't have a lot of creature removal in your mono black deck, people are still gonna be scared of it because they think you will do that, or they think you might make everyone sacrifice creatures, or you run Grave Pack because you're that guy. I still think you should build it. Just keep that in mind when you are building it. That's how people react about mono black decks. That's the way it is. Now let's talk about that fucking broken shit. Yes, mono black can be broken, very, very broken. And in fact, I have 3 things to talk about that make it very broken. So for the first broken thing, it's got to be the explosive mana. Mono black is very capable of explosive mana. In fact, it's kind of crazy how much you can ramp in this damn color. For example, Cabal Coffers, Cabal Ritual, great cards, but they will absolutely ramp out of control. They're very expensive too, but they'll ramp you out of control. It has some really cool cards like that. Dark Ritual, very great card. 1 drop, 1 mana, you get 3 mana. I mean, it's fast mana, guys. What else are you gonna say? I mean, that is a great card. You gotta understand it's explosive and very strong. I would say that's pretty damn broken when you think about it. Look at all the goddamn, you know, look at all the goddamn mono black shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got a lot of explosive mana. Man, that shit sucks to deal with, but it is fun to play.
Guys, ever heard of explosive mana? Well, let me cast Dark Ritual real quick.
You definitely got some mana doublers. I mean, Narcana Revenant's a good one. I mean, there's a few of those that in black that do that. I don't really see that too much in a lot of other colors. Like black, for some reason, has a lot of this going on, and it's pretty cool. But damn, it gets crazy. The Valgavoth player, I mean, don't underestimate him. Yes, he's 9 mana, but he will come out before turn 9. 100%. I built one of these. I built this deck. I built it twice, actually. I built one for myself, and then I built it again for my budget builds on my shorts. Guys, it puts in work. No matter what you say, don't underestimate the 9 mana commander in black. He will come out fast. Second broken thing about mono black's got to be I pay life, I win. What I mean by that, that's a funny statement. Yeah, let's talk about Necropotence real quick. Let's talk about Bolas' Citadel real quick. Let's talk about Gwenum really quick. You see the theme I'm going here? You're paying life, and you're basically doing everything in the game at once. I mean, what else am I supposed to say, guys? I mean, you're crazy. You cheat shit out for free. You're just crazy deck. I mean, if you have a Shieldred deck and you play Necropotence, it's game over. You draw your whole library and you gain all that life. Actually, you gain more life from that back. That's pretty damn good. Obviously, Shieldred's expensive, but we ain't gonna talk about that one. That's a whole nother animal right there. Guys, it's just, you gotta consider with mono black, there's a lot of cheating stuff out, and it does it just like green, but instead you just pay life for resources. But you build your deck around gaining life back because mono black's really good at gaining life. I mean, Ballista Citadel and Aether Flux Reservoir, at some point you're just gonna start going positive in life, and then you play your whole deck. Dude, that's a crazy combo. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's expensive, but it gets the job done. I will say that is busted. And on to the third one, because we were talking about a combo a second ago, is the damn combos in black. Yes, there are so many combos in black. There's so many graveyard recursion loops. There's exquisite blood combos. I mean, exquisite blood is really crazy. Ballista Citadel combos with a fucking ham sandwich. I mean, everything in mono black, it just seems to have some sort of combo with it. Everyone's going to assume you have some sort of combo win in there. My father-in-law brings his Shieldred deck.
Hold the fuck up. We've been at this for like 11 rounds now. It's going on way too long.
Whatever game you're playing, it won't work. You can't defeat me.
Nah, I'm all card draw. I can't do it, but he can.
No!
And I always know he has exquisite blood combo in there. I know it's gonna work at some point, so it becomes predictable, but at the same time, it's busted, dude. Those are like 2-card combos that a lot of them rely in black. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. But I will say, some of these combos you just gotta watch out for in mono black. If you're building a deck and you accidentally put a combo in it, well, you're not only are you not gonna make it bracket 2, but you're gonna make it up to like 3, 4. People will expect it. You know, if you play one of the combo pieces without actually having the combo in there, like say if I play exquisite blood, people are gonna think you have the combo and they will target you hard. Just saying. But it is still busted with these cards. They put that much fear into the hearts of the goddamn Magic community. It gets them all fucking running around like a motherfucking anthill. Bro, I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You see exquisite blood come out? I mean, it is a problem card. Anytime you're gonna deal damage to someone else, that motherfucker's gaining life. You gotta get rid of it. All right, y'all. So let's get past that. I'm just gonna give you guys some really quick suggestions, and I'm gonna briefly explain some commanders you guys should build. Now, I suggest these commanders not because they're crazy strong, but because they're crazy fun. I want you guys to have a lot of fun building something cool, something maybe a little more unique. You know, I'm not gonna suggest a Shieldred because one, it's like fucking $90, and two, it's also just everyone knows what those decks play. It's like one of the most built decks on EDH Rec. I don't fuck with EDH Rec. I mean, it's good. It's a good database, but personally, when I do my deck building, I don't use that. I like to challenge myself and you know, go off of Google, whatever. Now, this first option's a little weird because it's actually 3 or like 4 options. I believe it's like 3 or 4 options, but it's gonna be a Gissa. Yes, really good mono black commander, all of them, every version of them, even from the one from Outlaws is really good. I highly encourage you guys to try building this as a beginner. Graveyard, you know, or a reanimation kind of style deck. You know, you could build a mono black zombie deck. You build that mono black zombie deck I was mentioning before, and I think it would be a really cool way for you to get started on a mono black deck and just try something new. Let me know what you think if you build one. If you've already built one, let me know what you think about your deck. I mean, tell me about it. If you built it before, took it apart, shit, let me know. The second one I'm going to suggest is going to be Gix Yawgmoth Praetor. Now, for beginners, I highly suggest this deck because it encourages your friends to hit each other, and you get to draw cards as well doing it this way. Remember I said we lose life when we draw a card? Yeah, you pay one, you hit somebody, pay 1 life, draw a card. Or it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, and it works great. And then his second ability is really good because late game when you have all that extra damn explosive mana you got been drawn, you can just pay that freaking mana, discard a bunch of cards, and just start casting everybody's shit for free. That's pretty damn fun. And on top of that, when you discard all those cards, you just reanimate and bring it all back. I mean, it's a really fun play style. I think this is a really easy build. It shouldn't be too difficult, but it also gives much more, I would say, a much more unique commander, as I haven't seen him much. I've seen people include him in decks. I saw him like once in Arena, but otherwise I don't really see him all too much, and I think you guys would enjoy this one. So let me know what you think about that one. Now on to my intermediate choices. These are for people that are used to Magic, aren't crazy good at deck building, but want to try something different. And you know what? Here I am, baby. That's what I do. So for my first intermediate pick, this one's gonna require some fun shenanigans, and I highly encourage you guys in the intermediate class to build this. But it's gonna be Xenos from Final Fantasy. Yes, this guy is cool. You're basically gonna 1v1 somebody in the commander table. Like, you're just gonna like look at somebody and be like, yo, I'm beefing with you, dog. I'm beefing with you. Like right as you sit down before the game even starts, just choose somebody, beef with them, role play it out, and then literally target them for all the things. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, welcome to the table. Are you ready? Yo, you're fucking dead. I'm getting you. Chill. You and me right now. Dude, right now. We're done. You're done for.
Chill.
You're done for.
Fuck you up.
Chill. You know, there's some flash cards in there, some instant speed cards, instant removals, you know, instant damage dealers, things to help remove the threat or the table, because you can win the game when he flips over, and that's a really cool feature, I think. You know, you obviously want to just beat up one person, make them miserable, and then just make them lose the game, and you win the game in return. The other two guys are basically going to see what's happening, and they're going to have to help that guy out. So it kind of becomes a really cool game plan. It's like becomes an arch enemy, but like instead you're kind of just beating down one person, and you know, building around like taking on the whole table, because you definitely can. Mono Black is very capable of taking on 3 opponents at once. Shit, it could probably take on like 10 at once. I'm not gonna lie. Mono Black's crazy. So for my second intermediate deck that I'm gonna suggest is Ashnot Flesh Machinist. This card is cool because not only is it a 1-drop commander, it is in black and it does some really cool stuff. This deck is really cool. I like the idea that you're building zombies and like artifacts. So you're doing like a artifact, like a robot zombie deck. Like the idea just sounds pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I hear that, I'm like, damn. that's pretty cool. Like, just hearing that just sounds sick. I'm not gonna lie. So check something out like this. I mean, an intermediate player can make this really good, really fast, and you play it turn one. I'm telling you guys, if you haven't built a 1-mana commander, I'm always going to suggest them. I have a sweet spot for them. It is so fun. There's nothing more exhilarating than playing your commander turn one. It is so cool. Just the thought of it. Try it out. So I think Astronaut's really cool. Astronaut's a really cool deck to play. Do a lot of reanimation shenanigans, you know, make a bunch of zombie like robots, do like a robot zombie deck, do whatever you want with it. You can do any sort of reanimation style deck, but I like the idea that you get Power Stone tokens, because that becomes tokens that let you ramp out and tap for colorless mana that adds to artifacts. So it's pretty dang cool. All right, for my advanced players, I got some challenges for y'all, and this one's going to be some fun. The first one I'm actually going to suggest is my Golem Scheming guide that I mentioned earlier. Yes, I know I was kind of giving it something a little bit before about how it's going to do a little bit of predictable stuff, but you can build it any way you want. You see, you can build it as a Voltron commander if you want, or you could build it as a minigame commander, or you could build it as just a good stuff. I mean, you could build it with whatever you want. I like the idea of the fact that it's kind of giving somebody a bit of a minigame. They have to sit there and decipher what they think is on top of the library, and you're the one that's going to be fucking with them. Man, the minigame part of it is really fun. I highly encourage you guys to try it. Try something new. This is definitely a commander for you. I think this one will definitely impress you with how fun it can be, and I think this one kind of went under the radar when the Lord of the Rings set came out. So tell me what you think about this one, but I think this one's a lot of fun. On to my second choice for the advanced players. Yes, you guys get another one. Yeah, I'm going to have to suggest our newest and most recently revealed from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay. I can't show any emotion.
I came here to get my friends back. So can I...
Guys, I have to talk about this one, and I'm building a deck for it. This guy has got some shenanigans, and now I really don't know if I would suggest this one for a beginner player. Activated and trigger abilities can be really finicky. Like, they could be a lot of ruling around it. You know, build it if you want. I think for an advanced player, we can do some crazy combos. Like look at me. Let's look at each other. Like, bro, as an advanced player, 1-to-1, you and me, bro, like, we need to build this. Like, this is just something that has, you know, combo potential, like absolute shenanigans, jankery. Like, you can jank off hard with Ko, bro. I ain't lying, dude. This guy's got some shit. Highly encourage the advanced player to try this commander out. He's going to be a lot of fun, and I think people are going to underestimate him, especially when he hits the board. Now, guys, just to sum this up, I think a mono black deck is really good. Yes, there's a lot of good things, there's a lot of bad things, and there's for sure a lot of broken things. But in Commander, mono black is still a really strong staple, and I highly encourage you guys to try to build a deck at least once with it. Because you know what? We have only so many days in this world, and you should absolutely spend at least one of those days putting together a mono black deck, because it's a lot of fun. Yeah, some people might hate it, but you know what? You love it, and that's what's the most important part. We love Magic. We're the Magic community. We love this shit. Let's keep building more mono black decks. It's a lot of fun. With that said, though, I do got to wrap this up. I've tried making these videos a lot shorter. You know, I took out the history section. I'm going to put a little bit more skits in them, as you probably have seen. I've probably been putting a bunch of skits in this one. I recorded this prior to the skits, so I had no idea from my point of view. But I hope you guys like the way the new format's been going. The history section was really cool, but at the same time, like, it kind of got a little bit more pressure. Like, I had to kind of do a little more research on it. It really wasn't that interesting when I started looking back at it. Like, it really wasn't like about Commander. I think the first video was really good with it, and then like the second two just been kind of like, like I didn't feel too good about it. Now, at the time of this releasing, I probably would have thrown out a giveaway video, but if you've stuck around this long, I do have a giveaway coming out. Yes, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so I would like to do a giveaway by giving out 3 of my custom decks. That's right, I have 3 decks that I will be putting together and just literally handing them out. I want to intentionally build the decks that I put on my shorts, so if you haven't seen my shorts, take a look at any of the ones that you're interested in. You don't have to look, obviously. This is not me telling you have to, but if there's something you're interested in, then I'll take a look. I got something for everybody. Like I said, I will be building these decks. I'll be putting 3 of the decks in there. I'm not sure which ones yet. I will be putting 3 of those decks in though, and I will be giving them away to 3 lucky winners. Now, that's not to say that won't be the only giveaway. I still have more giveaways coming. I have plenty more. I mean, every milestone I would like to do a giveaway, because it's my gift to you guys. Like, I want you guys also to know that I'm not full of shit with these decks that I build. I want to make sure that I'm showing people that I actually make good and fun decks for everyone. Yes, they're at bracket 2, but I make sure that I at least have a lot of fun with them, and I want you guys to try something new. So that's what we do. With that said, I'm going to wrap it up here though. It was a pleasure doing this video, and I appreciate you watching and sticking this far. If you're new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Please leave some love. I want to hear what your thoughts are. I want to know if you're building a mono black deck, because guys, mono black is a lot of fun, and really definitely build it if you haven't yet. Like come on, get with the times, buddy. Let's build this mono black deck. And you know what? Tell me what you built. I want to know what you're trying to build for mono black, because guess what? I love Magic too, dude. I want to hear all about it. I want to hear what you have to say about it. I'll see you guys on the next one. We will be doing mono blue, and that's an official announcement. So I'll see you guys for mono blue, baby. And if this is in the future, after all the mono stuff, I'll be working on some other video, motherfuckers. So stay tuned. See y'all later. Wheezy out.